everybody, and welcome to season 2 of my Minecraft life. So this is episode 2. Episode 1 had some glitches. Always fun to deal with glitches, right? So that's why there were 2 episode parts. Hopefully this time around there won't be 2 episode parts, because that was just a little annoying. But so this episode, I got a lot to do. I have cleared away pathways around the village. I've started moving some villagers into specific housing. And, well, I have also moved certain villagers into other villages. Those would be the vampire experts. No vampire experts here needed as of yet. So, until I need them, they can go be someone else's problem. That being said, I have no idea what's going to happen this episode. It looks like I can see the sun setting in the background. So, I'll probably be indoors for a little while. And I do have a guest, apparently. Nohemi, the weaponsmith, and yes, I'm still getting people walking into my house. So I have to eventually relocate all of the villagers. Eventually, I will be adding houses for some of my villagers because we want a village expansion. I want more people, more villagers. I want to marry some villagers to other villagers. And of course, I want to marry a villager myself. So, it's one of those things that as time goes on, I'm either going to find a villager I like or I'm not. And oh, I think the dog thing kicked in the puppy eyes. I see a very, very big "aww" from one of the villagers. So without further ado, this is Urza getting ready to start the next episode, and I'm going to go see what the villager has given me for my dog. And apparently this one has given me slime, pork chops, and cake. Well, at least if I marry some villagers, I won't have trouble getting them to have some babies, because I already have cake. I won't have to collect the ingredients. So that's pretty cool. Oh yes, she pushed him into his bed. Thank you, Nohemi. I have been trying to get him to go in there forever. So thank you for that. And I'm gonna chat with her. Let's see what she has to say. Shake hand. Good day. Alright, it is a good day. So as you can see, everyone's hearts start at 0, and you only get 5 hearts every time you talk to someone and they like you. So I have been talking to her quite a bit in recent days. So I'm going to go ahead and put the pork chops in here with the other pork chops in his dog bowl. That's another thing. I made a dog bowl and a dog bed for my dog. So I got that out of the way. Now I'll go down to the 11th floor in Minecraft and mine for diamonds, emeralds, paradox gold, any of that, and get it. So that's another thing I have added to this game. Eventually, I will be building my own house away from the village, or at least away enough that I'm not having villagers constantly walk into my house and out of my house. You know, maybe when I relocate them and tell them this is your home, they'll actually stay in there and I won't have that problem. But I would still like to build my own house. I usually do. So that all will be done off camera, but I will show you the mine today, and I will show you what I've done to the village so far. I'm just gonna up 1 or 2 settings real quick, sound wise, because I'm noticing in my videos that I hear it loud, but I don't hear it loud necessarily on the video. And there are certain sounds that I want you guys to be able to hear because they are so awesome. I mean, this ambient noise from the dynamic surroundings mod is really cool, and I'd like you guys to be able to hear it. So I'm just gonna mess around with the sounds, and hopefully they're not too loud on the video. If they are, well, I'll mess. It's gonna take me probably a couple videos before I get the right mix of me talking, noise in the background. So the noise in the background isn't too loud, and me talking isn't like I'm screaming over the noise in the background, because we don't want that either. Now have me sleeping in my bed. Now I'm sleeping on top of her. I'm just like, yeah, okay. I'm gonna sleep on top of you. Alright. So it appears to be a nice early fall morning. It is becoming fall in my village. And who's this? Amos the hero. Don't know why he's here, but let's try telling him a story. Haha, that definitely sounds like Ty. Such an awesome person. Okay, well, you like that, so I talked to him twice now. Alright, Blackstart, we're gonna go, and we're gonna check out the village. So, if you've watched the first episodes, it looked a little rugged. There was wood here in the middle of the path. Well, I kinda just put dirt and redid the path. I've completely fixed the water issue that was around here. I've put some stairs in, thanks to my mine going all the way down to the 11th floor. I had enough cobblestone to get most of my stairs in. Not all of them. I still have 2 areas, I believe, that need stairs. But I did get most of them in. And it is becoming fall in my game. This is due to the Serene Seasons mod that I have. So you'll see that the leaves are turning colors. And every now and then on the ground, you'll see these little spots of leaves, which is pretty cool. I mean, think about it. You got leaves just on the ground as a decoration. That is a neat trick. I think I'll come back to him because he seems to be like he's patrolling, and I just kind of want to see some other villagers too. Donnie the Druid. Why, hello there. Well, apparently he likes me, I think, because, So, I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put everyone, obviously. Wilburn the Archer. And I'm noticing none of my villagers are married. I have yet to come across a married villager. So, I will be fixing that. I will be putting people together and marrying them off, because that's part of the gameplay with this. So I've heard the legend of unidentified duck almost a million times. Tell me again. Okay, so apparently he likes the legend of unidentified duck. Don't know what that's about, but okay. So and I'm gonna make doors for houses like this one that don't have doors. So I will be doing that. So there are 3 areas that still need steps. There's this one. And as you can see, there's a little village over there, too. I have the Biomes Aplenty mod. So you'll see in the forestry mod. So you'll see tons of trees that aren't normally in the game. Like those ones in the background behind the church that are super tall. Lot of stairs needed for this. Wow, there's a lot of people in that building. And apparently behind it, Reba the Sage, Delilah the Miner, there's a horse just standing around, Tyrell the Archer, Vivian the Druid. No one in here. Clay the Hero. Hi, Clay. So, I guess you're an archer if you carry a bow, and you look like this, and you're a hero if you carry a sword, possibly? Joke. That's funny. Did you hear the one about the cows? No, I didn't hear the one about the cows, because you can't tell me about the one about the cows. So, no, I did not hear the one about the cows. interesting though. So, oh, you guys want to see what this garden scythe does? This is awesome. So, all I do is I right click, and it literally mined all of that for me, and then just replants it. Of course, once I start the Pam's Harvest Craft, I can't use this until I've got everything planted, because if I do, well, yeah. I'll right click this and it, because it already planted everything, I still have to go through and unplant everything anyway. So it's just better if I do it with a regular hoe, and then when I get everything planted, I'll go ahead and switch that around. As it gets colder, you'll notice that my character will start to show breath, which is also part of the dynamic surroundings. I noticed it early in the morning, but now it's not happening, so it must be warm enough in the day, and it's not really winter yet. So hopefully I'll get a good chance to show you all what that looks like, because it is pretty cool. And with the dynamic surroundings, you'll also notice, I think it comes from the dynamic surroundings, but I leave footprints! Wherever I walk, I leave footprints, which is awesome, because who doesn't want to leave footprints? Well, maybe it's not that awesome, but it is cool to watch your footprints be left. I actually thought the first time I saw it that I was being chased by something. Oh, I did mine enough iron that I was able to make an outfit. So I do have an iron outfit now. I'll still wear this probably, just because of the fact that that particular outfit top has better stats than the iron one. But at least if I go to fight any monsters, I will have at least a little better protection. And I have a helmet too, but I don't like wearing it. It makes me look weird. I look weird. So I only wear that when I'm actually, have to. And I tend to only wear the armor when I have to. It's daylight right now. I don't have to worry about monsters. So I'm just pretty well walking anywhere that I can. And doing anything that I can. And these little bushes here, if you click on them, they give you these berries, which I have no idea what to use them for yet. But it's cool that they're also turning fall colors. So it's not just the trees in the game turning fall colors. It's the plants and the flora and the fauna turning fall colors. And fauna might not be, I don't know. Got some crows somewhere cawing overhead. Again, don't know if you'll be able to hear them as of yet. I think I fixed the problem, but I won't, like I said, I won't know for sure until we upload. So, yeah, everything in this game is going a very specific way, and hopefully before the day is out, hopefully this will be awesome, because maybe I will try to marry one of the villagers or move in some of the villagers before the day is out. I don't know how I'll be able to, if I'll be able to do that. So it's gonna be like a trial and error type thing. It's either gonna work or it's not gonna work. I do have the cake for the baby aspect, but it's not like I have any rings. So I don't know. I probably have to make some rings first. And then, look into how to marry Minecraft villagers. Because I haven't looked into how to marry Minecraft villagers. I did, however, find a way to upgrade my dog or level up my dog. So it's with these treats. 20 training treats gets you to the next treat that you need to level up, continue to level up. The next treat is the super treat, and then so on and so forth. I still need to collect materials for the next set of treats coming up that'll be for my dog, and apparently I hit the T somewhere. Ah, there we go. That's better. Maybe I should have just left them like that. So yeah, there's a lot that I have done since the last episode. Oh, this was a well I've completely covered over, filled up, made kind of like a central hub pathway. Go this way, this way, this way, or this way. Whichever way you want. And Kenneth is just over there staring at me. Let's see what he has to say. I've talked to some of the other villagers. Actually, let me make it that's gonna be done in the morning, because I don't want to be caught talking to him at night and a monster comes up and blows us up. I don't need no creepers coming and blowing me up while I'm talking to Kenneth. So, sleep first, then we'll go back to where we last saw him and try to talk to him again, because I mean, eventually I will need to talk to him anyway. I have a feeling, because he's just like any of the other characters. I'm trying to befriend everyone, make them all happy, so that I can eventually marry them off and move them into their own houses. I don't know if marrying villagers to villager you have to do anything specific, but if I want to marry anyone, I do have to, make the effort of befriending them first. So, I don't know if you'll be able to see breath or not. I don't know if the morning is cold enough. Doesn't appear to be as of yet. But when I do start to notice that I am seeing my breath more and more often, that'll be something that I will definitely show you guys. And as you can see, it is very foggy looking in the morning now that it's fall, which is kind of cool in a way, because it brings a more realistic feeling. Oh, eventually you will see weird creatures. I have the Mo Creatures mod on here as well. So you'll be seeing things like this turkey over here, and foxes and snakes and everything like that. And I love this game. Alright, so we're gonna talk to Kenneth, and if I should get an option to chat with him or joke with him, make a joke or something. Oh, well, this is different. This is not like what I was expecting. Okay, well, let's see what Kenneth has to say. Obviously, he has a lot to say, apparently. So I'm gonna make his head move while I read, I think. So, Kenneth. Hi, I could not help but to notice you wandering around our small village and fixing it up. If I may, I would like to inquire as to who you are and why you have come to our town. So this seems to be my options. Well, you see, I was just wandering around, and my name is Urza, or I came to destroy everything. Yeah, I think I'll stick away from the red ones. I'm not a big fan of sounding mean, and I don't want to be attacked. I have a feeling if I say that, I'm going to be attacked and just driven out of the village. So I'll go with the green one. Oh, okay, more. So Kenneth seems to say, "Oh, I see. Well, in that case, we thank you for the work that you have done to start improving our small village. However, I fear I must warn you," that sentence never ends well, "that your help, although seen as a blessing from me and the people, may cause something terrible to occur. If, however, you still want to stay and help, then we would be eternally grateful to you, Lady Urza." I'm like, my mind just went blank. Something terrible? What are my options? What do you mean something terrible? Exactly, I think the same thing. What do you mean something terrible? And then there's this Lady Urza? Kind of like questioned 1,000 times, which I'm curious about that, but I'm more curious about, but what do you mean something terrible to occur? Do I need to fear for my life now? Like, seriously? And then there's just an okay. Well, I don't think anyone would just click on the okay, but there's no red and there's no green, so I don't know which one to click. Alright, I think I'm just gonna click that what do you mean something terrible. Let's see what it has to say. Alright. Well, the lost lady of this town disappeared one day, and with it so did our hope. All we have left to wait for is the threat of a vampire coming to attack us and destroy us. For many years, that is all we had left to fear. I truly believe that it was a vampire that made the lady go missing, which is why you coming to our town and bringing the hope of a new day with you. Well, it frightens me to think that the same tragedy may befall you. What? What? Are you kidding me? A vampire took the last lady because she was giving hope to the villagers? Okay, I don't know if that really happened because they don't actually know. That's just his guess, but what? I'm like freaking out right now. Do I want to even stay here? Okay, what are my options? Well, I still want to stay, and I'm not scared of the undead, so they can come for me. They can just try it. Well, at least I sound like I talk tough. I mean, right now I'm freaking out, but my character can sound tough. Well, see ya. I think I will leave now. Yeah, I mean, seriously. See ya. Bye. Don't want to be ya. I don't think I'm gonna pick that one just because, again, it's in red, and I try to stick away from the red answers. I'm trying to be, like, nice. And I like this village. I want to stay. I want to help it out. So, you know what? Bring on the undead in their masses and whatnot. Let's see what they're gonna do to me. Yeah. All right. Oh, we're back to this one. So, I guess I have another option, which I wanted to know what the Lady Urza was about. So let's find out what he has to say about that. Kenneth. Well, the villagers agree that you have done much for this village, and as such deserve the highest of honors for not only helping to restore the village, but for bringing hope back. And while Lord or Lady of the village is the highest honor. That said, you do not have to accept this title, but do not be surprised if the villagers still address you as Lady Urza. Great. So you're just putting me in the position to be attacked by vampires, apparently. Anyway, so my options are, alright then, I think I still need some time to consider being the lady of the village, but I will still stay and help, or that's too much pressure. See you, suckers! Again, why did they make this one in white? Then I could just, like, leave. I can still leave. I can still pick that one, but I don't want to be rude. And I like that option because this is just sounding very, very bad for me. But I'll still go with the green. I can handle the undead and the unholy. Hopefully, if they start to come, maybe I shouldn't have relocated all the vampire experts. I may be bringing one or two of them back at some point. And apparently he just walked away after telling me all that. That was a lot to take in. Wow. Did not see that coming. I cannot believe that wow. Just wow. I did not see that coming. Oh, we got a butcher. Oh, one of my villagers liked my dog. Let's see, we got some pork chops that time, which is good. So I will definitely thank you, Sharon, for giving my dog some pork chops, because he's actually hungry right now. So I'll go ahead and feed him. So that's the puppy eye effect. I just get gifts from villagers randomly. I've been getting iron from some gifts too, which is kind of cool because I like getting iron. Iron is helpful. It'd be really cool if I start getting some diamonds from people, but I don't know if that'll ever happen. Last time I spoke with him, he didn't like me too much. So, I'm just gonna... Your grip shows me you have great power. Apparently he likes it when I shake his hand. So I'm just going to keep doing that with him because apparently he likes that. And I really do not want to get on a cleric's bad side. I'm already now facing the threat of vampire attacks. Because I'm helping the village. Which I'll still continue to do, even at the risk of my own life. Yep. Still going to help the village. Scary thought that I may die from it, but I'll still do it. Because that's just my way of... That's just, I guess, the way this story's gonna start rolling. It's sad to think that the last lady of the village just, up and died or disappeared because she was, helping or giving hope to the villagers. So I'm sad about that. I don't know how I feel about being considered the new lady of the village just because I am helping to clean it up. I'm not necessarily a big fan of that. I don't think I'll be a big fan of that. And as you see, this is my mine shaft all the way down to the 11th floor. I will eventually be adding water because it is just quicker to just drop to my perpetual death, land in water, not die, and walk up. So I need to get some iron buckets first. I had enough materials left over from clearing out trees and the cobblestone to make enough stoves and chests. Each chest will have a specific meaning for it, and of course I've got crafting tables for when I'm down here and I don't want to go all the way back up to mine. I've already started one of the mine shafts. And as you can see at the end of it, there is some gold. I just haven't gotten to mining it out yet. So that'll definitely be interesting. So yeah, that's the start of my very first mine shaft. I may build a mine for the villagers. Of course, it will not go down to the 11th floor. It'll be like if I find a big enough hill around the village. I don't think there's one. I mean, they're on a hill, so it depends on if I can do it easy or not. And it looks like it's getting dark, so we're gonna head back home. I have a lot to absorb today. A lot to be absorbing. I cannot believe that the last lady just up and disappeared like that. That's a crazy thought. That's really a crazy thought. It's like scary, crazy thought, because, they think that the vampires did it, and I'm just like, okay, vampires. Yeah, that's not on your dog bowl. Get in the bed. There we go. In your bed. That's a good black star. So, yeah, just another day at the village, apparently. just another day. Would you get off of that? You're gonna cause zombies to. Let me go to sleep before some zombies come in. Because she's standing on the door. Someone just came up and stood on me. Amos. Okay, I really need to move him into a different house. See, not married. I'm finding no one married. I mean, I get why the cleric's not married. He's a grandfather age, but the rest of them, you know what? Sharon the archer and Amos the hero, they could be a good married couple. Yeah, I think I'll marry them off. Once I figure out how. Well, anyways, I think that's going to be it for this episode. I have a lot to digest. I still have a lot to do around the village, but it's mainly just replanting stuff, and that's something I don't necessarily need to do on camera. Hopefully next game we will get some monster action. Now that I have some iron armor and I have an iron sword, I may go ahead and do, hunt some monsters in the village. I don't know yet. It will depend. So that being said, again, this episode, so crazy, we found out something we did not know about the village, which was that, like I said, for the last 20 minutes, because it's just so shocking the last lady literally disappeared, and now they consider me to be the new lady. So this whole tragedy that happened before could happen again, and I'm just gonna be like sitting here just waiting for it to happen. So I gotta find, I might have to bring one or two vampire experts back and start learning some tools or trades, or maybe I'll be self-taught. I don't know if I can be self-taught, but I do have some holy water in the chest over there, so at least for now, I have a way to, maybe, possibly, fight off any vampire attacks. Thankfully, right now, no vampires have been attacking, so hopefully it continues to stay that way. I do not want to be dealing with the undead. I do not want to become undead. I mean, what's gonna happen is gonna happen in this episode, whether I want it to or not. So, it's just gonna be a learning experience where either I'm gonna be turned into a vampire or I'm gonna be killing vampires. One of the two. It seems like that's the way this storyline is going right now, is that by the end of it, I will be killing some vampires. Which is a very, very scary thought, but we will have to wait and see. So this is the end of episode 2. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. We learned some very interesting things. I showed you around the village, I showed you the mines, I showed you all the clean pathways, and we've even talked to some villagers, and I think we've even got some villagers who we're planning on marrying at some point, once I figure out how to do it. And we got cake, so when we marry him, we can have little children running around the village, which will be so cute. So cute. I can't wait. So that's it for this episode. So, Black Star is just looking at me like, look, I'm in my bed, I'm sitting, I'm all cool and cute. So we're going to call it a day. And thank you for watching this episode. If you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe. And with that, bye